Hey guys, let's talk about why everyone is hiring, but nobody is getting hired. Lately, everywhere you go, you probably notice the big "We are hiring" signs. You find them at restaurants, stores, and while walking through the mall. Then, when we get home, we see headlines on TV and the internet with articles claiming that we have this huge employee shortage. Where are all the workers? Our country is desperate. We need workers. It can almost give you the sense that our economy is in danger from a lack of workers. So, with that in mind, a lot of us go out there and apply to jobs, whether in person or online, probably mainly online, and then we wait to hear back. And there's no response, no rejection letter, no reason why you were not selected, and we just sit there waiting in silence. And it doesn't matter if you applied once, a few times, or hundreds of times. Many of us experience the exact same results. This can be stressful financially and heartbreaking psychologically. We can easily feel that we're not good enough for the job. So there we are, sitting and waiting for someone to contact us back. And still, we see the headlines, record number of job openings, and how employers are doing everything in their power to entice potential employees, and they're still not finding anyone. So, what is really going on? A few things. Number one, some people do not have the right skills for the jobs available. This is due to changing technology and companies continuing to adopt new software. You can be a sales manager in one company for a few years, and then when you want to pivot and apply to the next company, the new company could be using a different set of software programs to accomplish the exact same task. And just because you do not have experience with that particular software, suddenly you are no longer qualified for that position. Two, there are some workers that are still afraid to come back to work due to the pandemic. And this is somewhat understandable. Initially, there was this huge national message to please stay at home. And a lot of people felt like they should stay at home. But since 2020, there has not been a national unified message that communicates to the workers that it is truly safe enough to come back to the workplace. Number three, some jobs are not desirable because either poor pay, lack of benefits, or unpredictable and inconsistent work schedules. The reality is that there are millions of people in this country that rather not work at all than to accept and work a minimum wage job. Number four is that there are an enormous amount of people applying to desirable jobs. On average, 118 people apply online to just one job posting, and many times it's much more than that. Also, a lot of HR departments are leaning too heavily on technology to select their candidates. Many people could be a strong fit for a company, but the algorithm disqualifies them even before HR can consider them. A few months ago, the Bureau of Labor Statistics said that we have 8.4 million potential workers that are unemployed in this country and a record total of 10.9 million jobs that are open. Imagine 10 million jobs and 8 million people looking for jobs, but we just can't match them. Many people are referring to this moment in time as the great mismatch. This includes people's desires, experience, and skills being mismatched with what the current employers are seeking. The millions of jobs that we have available currently are not really the millions of jobs that most people want to do. Obviously, most of us do not want to get stuck with a dead end minimum wage job that has zero benefits and a lack of stability. Interestingly, FlexJobs recently conducted a survey on people seeking employment. 46% of people said they were only finding jobs that were low paying, and 41% said that there were not enough openings in their preferred profession. So then we have the hiring platforms such as Indeed or LinkedIn that have made it incredibly easy for job seekers to send in floods of resumes for each position. This hasn't always been the case. About 30 years ago, if you wanted to apply for a job, you either had to travel to the company and apply, or you would mail in your resume to the company, which required a postage stamp. Now, envelopes, paper, stamps, and gasoline are not free. So every time you apply to a job posting, you had to be deliberate in thinking before you applied. Today, it costs literally nothing but your time to apply. So job seekers can spam click out their resume thousands of times a week to any and every company, regardless if they're really actually qualified for the position. So with hundreds or thousands of resumes coming in, companies are saying that they're forced to use automated software to detect relevant keywords in people's resumes. Making things worse, companies have started to add to their job descriptions over time rather than subtract from them, meaning that some job requirements have ballooned beyond people's ability to actually meet them. And many times, applicants are not getting rejected, they're just never getting past the technology. The current system is just not good at understanding what a person might have the potential to do. It cares more about what you have done in the past. And many people are expected to come onto the job and have the experience and have the skills, have everything. And a lot of people do not have that. Personally, if it wasn't for the on the job training, I would not be qualified for the job I currently hold right now in the federal government. And I think if more companies embraced on the job training instead of waiting for the perfect employee to show up, more positions would be filled with quality workers. The entire hiring process can be convoluted, with some applicants receiving job offers after 3 months of dead silence after an interview. The best way to attain a high quality job might be to work on establishing relationships with employees that can give you a referral to their company. That's one way that you can circumvent the current automated software system. Once you become a known quantity, then it can sometimes help expedite the hiring process. As job seekers, we are in a frustrating time. What do you think? Have you experienced some of these heartaches? Let me know down below. Also, I'll leave a link to the original article in the description. Well, that pretty much wraps up the video on everyone's hiring, but nobody is getting hired. If you have any questions, comments, or if you feel like I missed something, please leave that down below. If you like this video, please click that like button and click subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.